Welcome to the MoMartech monthly workshop series. On the second Thursday of every month, we will be holding free workshops on topics related to small business marketing. Today, we are discussing social media marketing for small businesses. So it's how do you create and grow a social media presence to support your business and not just get likes and clicks. Today, I am joined by Rebecca Johnson, a social media strategist who has a wealth of knowledge and experience in social media marketing. She will be providing practical tips and strategies to help you up your social media game. Before we get started, this is a workshop that's being recorded. You will receive the recording at the conclusion of today's event. Secondarily, this session is meant to be interactive, so please do share your questions, add your comments into the chat. We highly encourage that you participate. And then finally, this is a workshop, so please have a pen and paper handy or a Word doc open. We will be prompting you to write things down as we do have some exercises for you throughout the entirety of this workshop. All right, without further ado, let's get into it. Welcome to Social Media Marketing for Small Businesses. Next, we want to get into content creation, which is about the story we want to tell. If you take your most popular social media platform and the one that you use the most, whether that is LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or whatever, and you look at the last 10 posts that you posted, will somebody be able to tell what you do based off those 10 posts, right? Is it consistent story there, or is it all over the place? Okay. That's what we want to focus on here. So the persona and the story you want to tell should be able to help you tell a consistent message about what you want to say about your brand or your business. So 4 types of content storytelling categories. So the first one is stories themselves, and think of stories as like personal stories about you. So your audience getting a window into your journey, your values, your lifestyle, things like that. So, reels are probably the most popular version of like storytelling there is out there. Vlogging for, YouTube and stuff like that. So, but any kind of way that written content can work in as well. Just stories are really just snippets of windows into your thought process behind the scenes, your brand journey, how you guys, your POV into the world. Educational content is what it is. It's clear. It's all about kind of teaching, problem solving, advice, tips, tricks, actionable things that people can do to solve a problem or execute against some kind of action. We have story showcasing. So showcasing is really focused on the product or service itself. So it's really about demonstrating the value, the benefit of your product or service, and that's through showcasing the product or service itself, its actual in use, customer testimonials, case studies, product features, things like that. And then there's insights, and insights is really about trends, current events, thought-provoking ideas, opinions, commentary, things like that. So, and again, there are a myriad of types of content that fall into these categories, but we really want to focus on the overarching storytelling type in order to be as consistent as we can with the type of content we create, okay? So I know sometimes it's like, well, I have this educational thing here, and I have this insight here, and then I have this story over here. But again, if I'm the audience and I look at that, it can be very difficult to understand how to interpret you as a business, okay? We don't want you to be all over the place. We need to think about our audience, how they're viewing us, not just the things that we want to do and say all the time, okay? So we're going to delve into this a little bit further and think about what the content means for us and our audience and what we're trying to actually accomplish. So stories are, again, they're more personal. Stories are really about the brand, about us, insights behind the scenes for that personal connection. The goal is to be authentic and more build a community around the relationship between us and the audience. Educational content is really information, like you're trying to really, coming from that teaching standpoint. position yourself as more of an educator in some type of way, shape, or form. And then we want to do showcasing. So showcasing is really about results. Like, this is the benefit of doing the thing. So it's really about your product or your service and what the people get out of it. And then the insights is really for like current events, insights, trends, showcasing sort of a broader scope of POV about what you think, what is your take, opinion based sort of on the larger kind of society, community events going on. Okay, so it's really about kind of gathering an audience about like-minded people around a certain topic or issue that has a specific point of view on that specific topic or issue. Based on your persona, your audience, the type of content that you want to make, right? The type of content that really aligns with you as a brand. Think about the theme that makes sense for your business. So what I want you to do is use this worksheet as a guide and really choose at least one theme. You can choose two if you want, but choose one and just write down 3 content ideas that fit in that story. And this is really about just brainstorming. Nothing has to be perfect. You're not going to put it out today. You're just putting ideas on paper to see if this theme really aligns with what you want to do, the content you want to create as a brand. And if you're toggling between the two, write down ideas, see which one better aligns with your brand and what you think is going to be useful for your content strategy. I'm going to turn it over to Rebecca to actually give you some practical tips. Rebecca's going to introduce herself, but just a little bit about Rebecca. She's a social media guru. She does this. She has years of experience in social media. I'm so glad to have her give you guys some takeaway practical advice on how to grow your social media and just how to do social media better. Take it away, Rebecca.
We figured out who we are. We figured out who our audience is. And we're going to find our communities. But first, we need some things on our own social media pages for them to go to once they find us. So using the information that we have, who we are, who our audience is, start by creating a small social media strategy to give you a North Star for your content. So creating social media can seem pretty daunting, but a way to make it a bit easier on yourself and also to make sure you're being impactful with what you're doing is to have a social media strategy that, answers what you're doing, who you are, what your business is, what platform you are going to be on, and what main points you want to share. So, for example, for my stylist here, in my social media strategy, I would have the platforms I'm going to be on. You don't have to be on everything either. And I would have on Instagram, I would say, okay, I'm going to post reels of how to put together my outfits for the week in 30 minutes or less. I'm going to make reels on where to buy affordable, stylish yet professional clothes. If I offer a service to help people find their personal style or do closet cleanouts, I'm going to post testimonials for that. If I am on LinkedIn, maybe my content is more businesswoman to businesswoman. This is how you establish yourself as a thought leader. For my tutor here, I'm going to have Facebook. I'm going to have LinkedIn. I think it's still great for you to be on LinkedIn too. And maybe I'm on Threads. Maybe on Threads, I'm posting maybe frequently asked questions I'm getting from parents. Like if there is an issue with finishing out book reports or grammar, maybe I have little tips here and there for how to improve my child's book reports or grammar. It's been a while since I've been in anybody's English class, so that might not be the right terminology. LinkedIn, maybe I'm finding charter schools or private schools. I don't really think I would find too many public schools on LinkedIn. Excuse me. Maybe on Facebook, I'm targeting neighborhood groups and I am advertising my services. I mean, I know with children, price is probably a big thing. So maybe that's a selling point for you. Maybe you have a payment plan. Maybe you have a sale or something like that. Maybe you have a package. If you have proven results, that's something you can share often. a lot of my friends that have children, one thing I hear is like, they want to make sure that their investment is paying off. So this is going to take a while. It's not something you can just sit down and do in the next 10 minutes. Take some time with it. And here I've linked a free social media content strategy template from Hootsuite. Hootsuite, if you aren't familiar with Hootsuite, it is the Bible for social media management and creation. They have reports that come out quarterly and every year that tell you what's going to trend. They have case studies. And in my opinion, I think it's one of the easier trade publications to follow if you are a social media novice. And also in this blog as well, that's the strategy is linked into, it breaks down exactly what you should put in each part of the strategy. And Hootsuite is a great place as well, just to follow if you want to learn more about social media. LinkedIn as well, following certain creators, and LinkedIn Learning is an amazing resource. I take classes on there all the time on content creation, social media management. And with this, try to get a month's worth of content planned as a starting point, just a month. If you want to go more, but we typically do month by month for social content. So if you have a month's worth of content, you're in good standing.
Once again, my name is Moni. My business is Mo Martech. I specialize in marketing for small businesses. Go visit momartech.com. Tons of free resources there for you guys. We're going to do free workshops every month. Next month, we're going to be talking about advertising for small businesses. So I'll send the email follow-up link to that. Hope to see you guys next month for that one. And the business is doing workshop cohorts for small business owners. Some people on the chat were in those, so they can attest to the value of the small business workshop. If you would like to build out your entire go-to-market strategy and stop chasing leads and doing cold calling and doing marketing where you can attract people to your business. Our next cohort is February 20th. Head to the website, check it out. We would love to see you there. Rebecca, where can people find you?
Yes. So Moni, thank you so much for having me up here. I had a great time doing this. I can talk about this stuff all day, and I will if you let me. But feel free to add me on LinkedIn, shoot me a message, let me know what you thought about this. And if you want to keep working on this or work together on building your engaging, awesome social media profile in your online community, let me know.